faculty, friends, parents, and graduating seniors, to the commencement exercises of 1993. We are now celebrating the culmination of our first 12 years of formal education. This has been a special and unique year at Augsburg American High School. Some teachers will remain in Germany. Others have been transferred to various parts of the world. Despite our obvious losses, we can be proud to share our good fortune with the rest of the world. Their dedication to teaching has, without a doubt, been an important and necessary part of the seed that has been planted for our education. Thanks to all of the faculty for your guidance and support. The senior class of 1993 is a rather unique class as well. It is composed of an array of students from Munich, Berlin, and of course, Augsburg. The drawdown is a clear reflection of this changing world. Nevertheless, the spirit of Augsburg will remain with us forever. Parents play a vital role in our education. Your continuing support, guidance, and motivation are essential for our success. We are all forever in debt for your contributions. We are grateful for your tolerance and acceptance. Thank you for being there when we needed you most. Again, we thank each and every one of you for joining us in this most joyous occasion. This day marks the beginning of a new challenge, and it will live on in our minds for years to come. Thank you. Good evening. I am honored to be the recipient of this highly respected title of Salutatorian of Augsburg American High School. I have just become a student of Augsburg this year, yet I feel privileged to be a graduate of Augsburg. I have been fortunate to receive a DOTS education, which has enabled me to enjoy the international experience. As Salutatorian of Augsburg, of the Augsburg class of 1993, I salute the graduating seniors. You are all to be commended for your achievements. But let us not forget the hours of work, worrying, money, attention, and love that our parents have freely devoted to us. Some of us have taken them for granted. All of our lives, they have tolerated us as we whined about school, new clothes, and that new stereo we just couldn't live without. We have all grown accustomed to our nurturing parents. None of us would be here today without our parents. Despite what we might say, we do appreciate all you have done for us. We have all worked our hardest to make our parents proud and to attain our goals. I salute all of the seniors for succeeding in achieving their goals. We are finally graduating. Yet, despite all of the relief from high school, intense feelings of anticipation and fear have overwhelmed us. We wonder if we will be successful in reaching our shining stars. Where will we be 5 years from now? Will we still be depending on our parents, or will we be young explorers searching for new ways to survive in our continuously changing world? I fail to have the answers to these questions, but I have great hope for the class of 1993. I believe we will achieve, succeed, and pave the way for others. Thank you.
We, the class of 1993, are entering a crossroad in our short lives. With the graduation from high school, we end our years of dependency and must assume the challenges of adulthood. Never again will we have what seems to be an unending supply of money that can be tapped with an oft-repeated and our ever-cunning arguments. A simple sniffling, "I'm sorry," an elongated face, and a promise to do better next time will not solve our problems anymore, or at least not as often as before. We are leaving our homes and our families where we were cared for and loved from the moment of our birth. With graduation from high school, every adolescent crosses an imaginary boundary between a joyous and a relatively responsibility-free childhood into a more anxious but also independent childhood. Independence leads to the realization that you are free to do whatever you wish, or at least more than you had earlier. For those who will move away from home, there will be no more curfews, no more make your bed or brush your teeth, and fewer reminders of the bonds of subordination that bond a child and a parent. Yet with these joys pressing your mind, the whole world unravels before you, with all of its opportunities to do both right and wrong. And it is the realization that is both scary and disturbing. A high school graduate opens the door and enters a gale with only a single crutch to help him find his way. Yet this crutch will make the whole difference. It is composed from the support of our families, our optimism, and finally, that we have the education that we have received during our first 12 years of school. Though a high school diploma is not the apex of our education, it is a cornerstone upon which we can build. Recent studies have shown that parents believe that the world their children are entering is bleaker than the one they entered. Japan and the European community have caught up to the U.S. in economic development. The federal deficit is soaring, the environment is decaying, and crime is becoming...
William G. Pagonis. He was born on April 30th, 1941 in Charlotte, Pennsylvania. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Transportation and Traffic Management and a Master's degree in Business Administration from Pennsylvania State University. He has held a wide variety of important command and staff. I'd like to present to you Lieutenant General William G. Pagonis.
Well, you did a great job. You read that exactly like I wrote it, so thank you. Well, you finally made it. Not the graduates, I'm talking about the parents. See, it's not easy raising kids. Having done it twice myself now, and you're going to find, although you said you don't think you're going to have curfews or brush your teeth when you come home from school or your job, you're going to find out your parents are going to be telling you to do that for a long time. And so I don't want to burst your bubble, but I want to prepare you for the future. Because it was 1965, I was an aide to General Maples, and I lived in Augsburg for about a year. Never dreamed I'd be back here congratulating a well-deserved class. You know, who else can try to fill out an application where it says, where have you lived, and you have to add 2 sheets? You know, in the civilian world, you're going to run into children, non-military, non-Department of Army civilians, that have never been out of their back door, more prepared to handle the outside world than the average person. I know the Dodge school system takes a lot of hits, but I can tell you statistically it does extremely well. And I'm very pleased that we have not allowed the programs in our smaller communities to fall apart. That's why I was very, very delighted when Martha asked me to come down and be your commencement speaker. Now I'm going to keep a great standard that's been set by your speakers before me and keep it very short. But I do want to tell you a couple things. First of all, you're not going to remember me a couple years from now, but I do want you to try to remember about 3 things. First of all, I want you to learn to listen. I'm telling you, very few people know how to do that. It's an art. How many times are you at a party and someone's talking to you and all you're thinking about is what you want to say and you're not listening at all to that person? You're coming from great grassroots. Your parents, both military and Department of Army civilians, are going to be the best background, the best maturity, the best dedication. They've already dedicated their lives to their country. I'm not asking you to do that because you may not want to join the military, you may not want to be part of the military association. It doesn't matter, but you're still all American. And your association with the United States is through your parents, and you've done a wonderful job. Good luck to you. Don't get in trouble tonight because you know, we can always take back the diploma. We don't want to do that. But I wish you the best, and I wish you best at your future endeavors. Thank you.
Pagonis, thank you very much for coming. I know it was hard on you to do that. We appreciate it. And Vanessa Pettigrew, who introduced you, now has something to give you to commemorate this occasion for you.
General Pagonis, we thank you for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule and honoring us by addressing our graduating class. And we have a few tokens for you to remember us by.
Good afternoon. My name is Aubrey Van Ellis, and I'm the president of the high school PTSA. At this time, I would like to recognize some recipients that received scholarships from the 1993 Scholarship Fund, or what I would call the People's Choice Award. It's said to be copied is the best or the greatest kind of flattery, and running a very close second is to be recognized by your peers. That's what the Commander's Award does. To give you a little of the rules, students are recommended by fellow students because they represent the epitome and pride and spirit of the Apache. Courage, loyalty, energy, tenacity, friendship, and caring. The top nominees are required to submit a biography, which is, and I'm very proud to present to you the 1993 Commander's Award winner, Catherine Regina, or as her friends know her, Kathy Houck. Senior class, and with their permission, I'm going to quote them directly. With the fourth row, please stand. Tad Sample. Thank you, Mom and Dad, Trish and Jen, for helping me to make it through all these years. Terry, you've made these last few months wonderful. I plan to attend University of Iowa next fall. Mike Porter. I would like to thank my family, especially my parents. I realize I have avoided work as much as possible. However, the important thing is I had fun. David Figueroa. Thank you, Mom and Dad. And I would also like to thank Mr. Pusey and Mrs. Houck for all their work. Stan Charnin. Thanks to my family, friends, and teachers for being there for me. I hope my future accomplishments will make you all proud. Ron Biley. I will be attending the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and I plan on majoring in drafting. I would like to give all my love to God and my family. Paul David Robinson, Jr. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for their hard work and dedication. I don't know what I would have done without you. Lots of love, David. Alexis Brown. I will be going to Townsend State University in Maryland. I'd like to thank my parents for putting up with me and making sure that I made the right decision. Keisha Armistead. Mom and Dad, thanks for all the love and support you have given, and thank you for having the patience to teach me right from wrong. I love you. Amy Elizabeth Garisco. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for sacrificing so much of your time to bring me this little bit of happiness. And to my special friends, thanks. Without you, I definitely wouldn't have made it. Jennifer Lynn Rickard.
I would like to take this moment to thank my friends and especially my family for being so supportive throughout the years. I love you all very much. Mary Jones. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your help and encouragement throughout the past 19 years. You have helped me reach this point, and I'm thankful. I love you, family. Terry Hogue. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for standing beside me and praying for me, even during my adventures at VCU. I'll never forget all that you've taught me. I love you. Lectures, Pastor Washington's prayers, my teacher's threats, the support of my friends and my sister's presence.